Why, happy Friday, happy Friday. It's a glorious Friday at that. It is the last Friday before midterms. It'll be interesting to see what the results were going to be on Wednesday, but who's going to report it? Because the news is going on strike. That's right. The news is going on strike, so who's going to report on it? So if an event happens and a reporter is not reporting on it, does it still happen? I honestly don't know. But it seems like my computer restarted last night or somewhere. Let's see here. There we go. Now we're back on. Hundreds of Gannett staffers stage a day long strike to improve wages. Pay me more. Pay me more. That's why I hear a bunch of whiny, woke journalists saddened that their rag that they called in their news isn't making money. That's right. Protests across 14 newsrooms followed recent layoffs and cost cutting at local news publishers. American Statesman, maybe if you didn't get behind a paywall, might be inclined to maybe subscribe. I mean, I'm not paying $1 for 6 months for your stupid stories. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, that's still pretty cheap, but still, you're behind a paywall, you're behind this, and people don't like that. Maybe if your parent company stopped doing this, they may be able to afford to pay you more. Just saying. Oh, look, another paywall. Let's hear more than 200 Gannett staffers staging a one-day strike Friday to push for better wages, benefits, and and protest layoffs and furloughs, blah, 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 blah. You know, you're not safe. The news is not safe. It's a business. Here on Twitter, many of my it's the top one. Austin News Guild, enough is enough. Statesman journalists are picking at Congress Avenue Bridge as part of the nationwide Gannett walkout. Gannett has left us no choice. Local journalism deserves more support and living wage. Well, we deserve a non-biased approach to local news. I'm walking out of my job with Gannett newspaper for 24 hours because I shouldn't have to dog sit for an extra cash with a skilled FT or skilled full-time job that I love and crush. Importance of our work in local news cannot be overstated. We should be paid and treated better. I don't know what the type of stuff that you write, but you know what? Maybe it's time that the journalists that tell people to learn the code gotta feel what it's like to be told to learn the code. Let's see here. Traveling but standing with solidarity, blah, 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 blah. We deserve a fair contract. No, you don't. No, you don't. You sign a contract saying that you're going to work for X and you work for X. They don't want to pay you X plus Y, then you go leave. You go find another job. Readers, your paper keeps writing biased editorials that haven't been fact checked. Your credibility is gone. We're canceling our subscriptions. Reporters have no clue. Oh, cricket, cricket, cricket. We're losing money as our readership declines. Reporters, those damn hedge funds. I like this one. I like this tweet. Hugs to my brave friends and the 13 newspapers going on strike. Hundreds of staffs are fed up with at Gannett wasting monies on executives, stock buybacks, and lawyers and want a decent wages, benefits, and respect. Well, you know, you gotta earn that respect. Don't really care. The Nicole Foy, the Austin News Guild, is braving the weather in the joining. Braving the weather, I mean, it's Austin. There's not much weather going on. Yeah, it was a little moist this morning. It's now sunny. I'm looking outside my back door window. Looks like it's a little breezy, but it's not raining. I mean, braving the weather. This is the reason why people are not buying this news rag at the Statesman. It's a here. My constituents rely on local reporting journalists, but the corporate interests at Gardner continue to make cuts and refuses to bargain a fair union contract. The union contract. I mean, I don't know if you followed me for a while or just this is your first video, but I'm not a big fan of unions. I think they're a leech on companies and our government, and I think we should do away with them. I think we got enough laws on the books to protect workers. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, on that one. See here. Who cares if you're on strike? I'm walking out on Garnet because Garnet walked out on us a long, long time ago. Only fair to return the favor. I mean, don't let the door hit you. Solidarity with my old co-workers at the Arizona Republic who were on strike today for better labor conditions. Fair contract now. I say fire them all. I say fire them all. And hire some new people that are hungry, that are willing to do the work, the due diligence, and bring back fact-based, non-biased reporting. We're walking out for an hour today in solidarity. Just an hour. Only an hour, though. Not the whole 24 hours, but just an hour. It's a total of 60 minutes. Standing with Journalism is my hometown paper whose rustling pages inspired my path to reporting this fight about preserving local news in the place it deserves and is needed. Well, I don't know you, but it seems like there's a bunch of whiny people. Granted, it's you. Hi, you're the problem. It's you. A play on I want to say Britney Spears, but it's not Britney Spears. It's Taylor Swift's song, Midnight. Let's see here. Along with hundreds of Garnet colleagues, I walked out today in protest of the company's refusal to negotiate fair wages and benefits as it continues to lay off, furloughs, and hiring freezes while top executives earn millions, protect the local news. Well, they purchased your failing local news company. The owners of the local news company sold their papers to these people, and guess what? They're going to make a profit with or without you. And maybe they're going out of business. And that's the reason why there's hiring freezes and furloughs, because people are not reading your biased reporting. Proud to stand with my colleagues at the Pueblo Chieftain Guild in solidarity with Force folks and other organic papers walked out today. Good riddance. I hope they fire you all. Walking out today, Garnet has brought nothing to the table. We're doing this to ourselves, our communities, next generation of journalists. Yeah, I don't really think you are. And because my colleague Joseph is taking Twitter hiatus to say the best, yeah. And what is a fair wage for journalism? What exactly is a fair wage for reporters, people that actually dig into a story, to do the due diligence, and report the actual truth? What is the reasonable wage for them? I mean, I'm just kind of curious. I am just curious. What is a reasonable wage? I literally just want to be able to pay my rent. Now, this is from the American Statesman, which is behind a paywall for this story. This content's only available to subscribers. But every story I click on, I get this. I get this paywall. Maybe that's why your company's losing money. Maybe this is why the American Statesman cannot pay you to pay your rent. Or maybe because you keep on voting for bonds that keep on raising property taxes to the point where you can't afford your rent. Just something. I mean, we're just going to ignore this doofus right here, the Lord Dragocast. We're just going to ignore his tweet because he's being snide, but still, no, I'm gonna read my own tweet. I mean, there's OnlyFans.com, which is not just for porn. It's for people that want to follow their fans. It's a site dedicated to fans that will pay you for the content you create directly, minus a fee. I still won't pay for it, but you got options to make more and be able to pay your rent. Also, here there is Twitch.com, and that's more your style. Find a better job, shrugs. And then this person responded, someone has to inform the public. I agree, maybe not just biased liberal reportings. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I don't really want to give you any credit. If you can't pay your bills, guess what? A lot of people in Austin can't pay their bills because property taxes are outrageous. And we won't know our bill until election day, whether or not bonds get passed or not. And guess what? Property tax, if that goes up, that means your rent goes up, which means it'll make it even more unaffordable. Yeah, I don't care about your blue check. We all do. We all want to pay our rent. I hear you. They do the same thing to authors and book publishing, and most of us, journalists and authors, are so eager to work and take full advantage of us. Publishers are vile. Well, you sign a contract. It's unfortunate large outlets have ruined their public trust in journalists. I agree. There's no scarcity of journalists. The field is saturated and further diluted by social media. Hopefully people will realize this and enter an alternate career path that is more valuable. I mean, I do think journalists is a valuable profession. The issue is you got the American Statesman, where she is a member of, behind paywalls. You got the Wall Street Journal behind a paywall. So no, I mean, I don't know if her story, man, I don't know what type of story she writes. Let's see here. Thank you for speaking up with your voice. Yeah. Let's promote it. I mean, also like so-called journalists to actually report the truth instead of Biden's talking point. You mean, I mean, you like from Fox Not News, their own attorney in defense of their entertainers, said that there's no news content on the program. It's only for entertainment, and they suck at it. I mean, when you watch Fox News, when you watch the late news, you know that's not news. You know that's commentary. Tucker Carlson may be making comments about the news, but that is not actual news. Then act like journalists. Sadly, not all journalists. You have no idea what a real journalist is. It died before you were even born. No, I'm just gonna like that one. You were actually the media I care. You're a wing of the Democratic Party, so I don't. Good day. I guess if you were actually the media I might care. But you're just a wingling, so good day. Yes. Nobody believes the media anymore, anyways. I mean, that's true. Lying for the elites has made journalists useless. Real black news. I mean, I don't know if you're news or you're someone like me that's making crappy videos. But I think I've stretched this video out long enough. It's definitely a sad day for journalists. And the world's smallest violin plays its heart out for you because you have done this to yourself. You have made yourself irrelevant. You've made yourself a mockery of the professional journalism has done, and nobody cares about you. I mean, I'm sure there's people that care about you, but I don't care if journalists don't get paid what they feel that they're worth when they tell people to learn the code. I'm not saying this person did, but there's a lot of people saying people in the coal factory, not the coal factory, but the mine coals, when they lost their job, just learned the code. So, no, I have no sympathy for you. I'll never have sympathy for you. There's a few people out there I have sympathy for, but they're independent journalists. They're the Savannah Hernandez, the Drew Hernandez. People like those that actually go out and report on real news. People that go into the danger zone and report the news. They go where they're not wanted to make sure the truth comes out. Those people I have respect for. That being said, that is my video for today. Leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are. Was I too harsh in my tweet? Let me know. Or was I not harsh enough? With that being said, it is the weekend, so have yourself a wonderful weekend.